Today is the 31st day of the nationwide lockdown imposed across the country to combat the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. 1 month has been completed and the lockdown will continue till the 3rd of May, and after that the governments will decide what to do, as a number of cases have soared past 23,000 today and more than 700 people have died across the country. So the number of cases are increasing, and as people remain under lockdown, one of the biggest worry that is simmering is that the economy is suffering. All the businesses are shut. We know that post 28th of April, the government has allowed certain economic activities to reopen, keeping in interest of the farmers and the laborers and the poor in the country in mind. But we know that most of the businesses are still shut. The businesses are suffering, economy is badly hit. And one of the interesting hashtags on Twitter that has been trending today is Liquor Free India. As we know that the consumption of liquor has been completely stopped during this lockdown, the sale of liquor has been stopped, and despite the fact that the state governments have been urging the central government to reopen the sale of liquor across states, the centre has denied that. The centre has maintained that the liquor sale cannot be reopened. Now the reason is that, as we know, that whenever we see a liquor shop around in our city, we know there are a lot of crowds there. People are crowding there is no social distancing. So to maintain social distancing, the government has decided that it cannot reopen the liquor shops. But why are the states really asking for the liquor shops to be reopened? As we see that the hashtag Liquor Free India is trending on Twitter, people are saying that this is a good time for the country to actually decide to give up on the liquor, to ensure that people give up on the addiction of liquor. But on the other hand, the state is not really asking for reopening of liquor sale because it loves liquor. But the reason is that 1/4 to 1/5 of the entire state revenue, the state governments are totally dependent on the liquor sales. So as we see that during this lockdown there has been no sale, all the states have been badly hit. Now the states are looking forward to some kind of relaxation from the government, but at this point of time the liquor sales are badly hit and the revenue has been hit. If we look at the statistics that what has been the revenue so far, now first of all the revenue generated by alcohol funds nearly 1/5 of the state government budgets. And the alcohol is prohibited in states like Bihar, Gujarat, Mizoram, Nagaland and Lakshadweep, but there are other states that are totally dependent on the alcohol revenue. Now India is one of the fastest growing alcohol consumers in the entire world, and the Indian alcohol market has been expanding at a compound annual growth rate of 8.8%. And India also happens to be the largest consumer of whiskey in the world. So at one point we see that the hashtag Liquor Free India is trending. But the question is that, is it even possible? If you see that it is not just the liquor addiction which is threatening, but the state government's also worried about the fact that more and more people are growing restless, as we've seen that there's been a report of suicides being committed by the alcohol addicts. As we saw, a 28-year-old committed suicide in Kannur in Kerala because the liquor wasn't available. The states are very worried about that as well. So if you see that the sale of alcohol beverages has gone up by 38% between 2010 and 2017, which is a huge jump. And most states earn about 15 to 30% of the revenue on a total of 2.48 lakh crores from the alcohol industry. So it is more about the revenue generation, and where the state governments will get money from is the question, because the industries are shut, people are not allowed to go and buy stuff, the non-essential commodities, only essential commodities are allowed. So at this point of time the state governments are really baffled that what will be the future ahead if the lockdown continues for a long time. So going by the consumption data, Kerala and Meghalaya have one of the highest per capita consumption of alcohol in India. And Maharashtra alone will lose about 2,000 crores of revenue in a month in excise duty and other taxes. So if we look at the consumption data, Delhi, which is a union territory with higher than national per capita income, earns over 5,000 crore from liquor sales every year. And Karnataka earned 21,400 crore last year from liquor sale. So if we look at in FY 2019-2020, the revenue from alcohol has been somewhat like, for Maharashtra, 24,000 crores. Uttar Pradesh generated 26,000 crores, Telangana 21,500 crores, Karnataka 20,000 crores, West Bengal 11,874 crores, Rajasthan 7,800 crores, Punjab 5,600 crores. So if you see, all these states are kind of dependent hugely on the revenue that they get from the alcohol sales. And also one of the biggest worry at this point of time is that because of the fact that the liquor shops are closed, there is a black market that has generated. The black market has always been there, but it has soared during this lockdown. The states are not getting that revenue, and people are buying liquor at even higher rates, twice or thrice of the price of that liquor bottle. So as we see that this is the biggest worry for the government, that the black market is thriving and the state revenue is suffering. So that is why the state governments are urging the center to at least allow the liquor sale in the states. And of course, that cannot be done without social distancing. Also, other factor is that the alcohol addicts. Now we know that if somebody is addicted with alcohol, that person doesn't get alcohol even in small amounts, that leads to a lot of stress, anxiety, and mental pressure, and the person can even commit suicide, which we've already seen. So this becomes a big worry. Of course, there are certain methods to treat alcohol addiction, but at this point of time, the still question remains that though the hashtag is trending liquor-free India, but is that really possible? Well, that is to be seen, that what will be the centre's stand in the coming days if the lockdown extends, what will be the course of action to ensure that the state gets the revenue, because otherwise the kitties will run dry and there will be no other option but to open all the industries in time, because the economy will suffer. And as we know, a lot of job losses are also happening across the country. People are losing jobs, the economy is in a turmoil, and all those people who are waiting for the increments this year, they have also suffered. Students in colleges, they have already gotten the proposals from the companies, are also worried about the fact that what if the companies reconsider about that proposal. So there are a lot of issues that the economy is facing at this point of time, and the states are worried about their revenue, which is dependent on the alcohol sale. So that's all in this video. Keep watching us on Oneindia English. Stay safe, stay connected, maintain social distancing, wear a mask when you go out.